Hey YouTube subscribers, David here from Evolutional.com, and today's video is all about smashing your inner critic. I really noticed this thing about the inner critic recently with the client I was working with, where when I coach people, I coach a lot over Skype and certainly listen to the conversation a lot and how that informs the coaching. But one thing I love about Skype and video is that I can watch their body. I can watch, not only hear the emotions, of course, in the voice, but I can see in their body how they're showing up. And I do a lot of coaching around how people show up in their bodies because it informs how we operate during the day, how we behave, how we react, and having awareness to how we're being in our bodies. So this particular client was having real difficulty getting motivated to get out there and talk to people to grow his business. He needed to do a lot of face-to-face contact. So one thing I kept noticing is, first of all, he was go to his head a lot, right? And that's typical for us, and meaning stay in his head. All the energy's up here. His whole body is up here towards his head, and there's not a real integration of his mind and body, as it were. And mind-body integration is a huge, huge thing if we want to be not only successful, but want to be relaxed, kind of be in a flow state, and have a lot more fulfillment no matter what challenges come our way, and to be able to deal with those challenges more effectively. So he's a real smart guy, been through a lot of therapy, and I know that if someone's real smart, it's probably not a good idea to stay in the coaching conversation with the language as much as it's good to take a look at the emotions in the body a little more and see what kind of shifts we can make happen there. But one thing he did do is through language, he did mention how he's got this his judge on his shoulder going like this, right? And that's his inner critic, as I'm calling here. So what I had him do is, okay, so the judge is where you don't want to be, and the judge is here talking on your shoulder. So how do you want to be? So we explored that, and he talked about wanting to be open-hearted and genuine and making true connections with people that he was naturally good at when he wasn't listening to the judge and really integrated with the judge and being the judge's self. So took a look at his body and had him shift his posture around, really sinking into what it meant to be that open-hearted person, the genuine person making connections with people as he went about his day and having conversations to build his business. Then I had him go back into the body of the critic, which was easy to do, and I described to him what I saw, and I had him describe as well. His chest was concave, everything was closed in. He was looking kind of down. He feels his energy in his head. He's got some tension in his shoulders, and I had him go back and forth between these postures. Now, I'm not saying this is how your inner critic shows up and your authentic self, how you want to be, is going to show up in the body, because I had to coach him through it. But what I am saying is pay attention to when you're in those really self-critical negative states. What are the emotions that show up, okay? What's happening in your body? How are you standing, and how are you holding that critic in your body? It's all integrated. And then exploring, well, how do I want to be, and shift your body around. And most of us, when we're confident, we're relaxed in our shoulders. We're looking around at the world. We're not looking down. We're ready to be bold and interact and take on whatever challenges come our way. So what I'm offering for you to do is to give a very meaningful name to this inner critic, whether it's inner critic, judge, some people like gremlin, could be little bastard. Whatever you want to call your inner critic, name it and realize that this isn't who you really are and who you really want to be, and that you have a choice, okay? And then you label and name that authentic self, whatever that is for you. Give that character a name, as it were, that character of self. And you practice that body disposition. You practice integrating it between the mind and the body, because often if we just say, okay, I'm just going to be authentic and I'm just going to be, so you're in the inner critic mode and you say, okay, it's telling you you suck and you're terrible and you can't do this, and you go, okay, well, and your body's like this, and you say, okay, now I'm going to be authentic. I'm really going to do this, and okay, I'm going to do it. You don't shift your body and you don't breathe down into your body and connect your head and your body. The change won't take effect. So you have to go, okay, my authentic self. What's that feel like? Okay, authentic, warm, open, genuine, caring, and really embodying, feeling those qualities in your body, in your heart center, down in your solar plexus, down through your legs, really imagining all those qualities filling you so that you show up totally differently. You can show up in a more confident way, more relaxed, and generally you'll be more fulfilled because you'll be able to handle those challenges that come your way. Okay, so the invitation is to label your judge, label your authentic self, and really go between those and notice what it feels like and where you prefer to be. And I'm pretty sure you're going to want to be where your authentic self is. Okay, so that's today's video on smashing your inner critic. A way to do that, and something that you're going to want to practice. It's not a one-time thing. If we want to be different, if we want to move our lives forward and be different than we used to be. And if you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel up here. And even better, subscribe to the newsletter below, because there's going to be content on evolution and video posts as well that aren't going to show up on this YouTube channel. So if you want all that, subscribe to the blog below. And I hope to see you over at Evolution, evolutional.com. Take care until next video. Bye.